All right, babe, I have a question for you. Can I ask you?
Kudos.
All right, babe, I have a question for you. Can I ask you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that there is a double standard? Okay, there is a double standard for a male single parent versus a female single parent? Do you think, when it comes to relationship though, when it comes to relationship, do you believe that there is a double standard between the female single parent and the male single parent?
Yeah, I believe so.
You do?
I believe so. So there's a way society kind of looks at a male single father versus a female single mother. Okay, so that's me thinking now.
Okay.
Because society will naturally, let me use that word naturally, without you even hearing their stories.
Yes, sir.
Without you, you're just a neutral person. You are now faced with this, you're faced with a male single father, and you're faced with a female single father. There's a natural tendency for you to begin to kind of
empathize.
Blame,
blame. Okay.
Put blame on the female. Okay, and then you'll be making excuses for the male, for the man. So while you're making excuses for the man, you're blaming the woman.
Okay, you're making excuses for the man for the reason why.
For instance, you in your mind you be saying, oh, maybe he lost his wife. Okay.
Yes.
Or maybe things just didn't go
well
with
between
them. Okay. So you be going in that direction.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, on the side of the woman, you be putting it to her in your mind, though.
Hi.
She's the cause of the problem. She cannot stay with a man.
Now her behavior,
her character. You be calling all these things.
Hi.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you haven't heard their stories, though, but already in your mind, you maybe your sense of thinking might be going in these directions. Unless you now redirect yourself, if you're that kind of person, okay, to try to just be neutral because you don't know their stories, right? But this is what happens naturally when you're faced with people like your mind just begins to go in that order.
Okay.
So it's the system. That's why some people will say a system is rigged.
The system is rigged. And another thing, babe, you know, a male single parent can easily get married. All right?
Yes.
And even society, his family, everybody.
That's part of the reason why they always blame the woman. You see what I'm saying? Because the man, in the eyes of society, is like he doesn't have much problem. Because as of to marry again, it may not take him long. That is, if he really wants to.
Yes.
Okay? He can just walk out and get it done. Right? But the woman will have to wait for another right. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
More so maybe doesn't want to make the mistake of the past and all that. So she will now have to take longer time, first of all, to recover from the old relationship. Yeah. And then to even build enough trust or whatever, so that whatever happened cannot repeat itself.
And yes, yeah. And another thing I noticed, babe, when it comes to marriage or relationship marriage, now when the male single parent, when he introduces his fiance or introduces a lady to the family, all right, the family warm up, whether if it's a lady that does not have a child, they will warm up to her. But when it comes to the female male single parent, if she presents, show ups in a family and then they discover that she has a child or she has children, you will still see families, brothers, sisters, everybody kicking against that relationship, as in of all people, of all places, of all girls, all the women wey full this world na single parent, woman wey don comot from marriage, woman wey, without even knowing her story. You don't know if this woman is a victim of RAPE. You don't know if she's a victim of DV. Maybe she barely made it out of a lion's den. You don't know if she's a widow. You don't know if, you have no idea. You don't know her story and you already judged her. As in, no, our brother cannot marry this lady.
They will judge the woman no matter what. Even if the husband died a natural death, she's a widow, they will still somewhere in their hearts, in their mind,
yes,
they will say, this woman whose husband died young or early, are you sure she's not? Are you sure she did not contribute to the husband's death? Okay. What if our son now marries her? He may also be faced with that kind of situation.
Double standard.
You see what I'm saying?
Man,
it's the whole thing is biased all the way.
So, babe, how do we change? How do we handle this?
We don't wish it. That's the problem we have.
We don't wish it.
We don't wish it. We're always wishing for things to change, to happen in the right direction.
It starts from me. It starts from you.
We have to deliberately, fix these problems. We have to. That's living. See, we are living in the now time. Okay? But the problem is, and that's what Jesus Christ said, you put new wine in an old container. It's not going. You're at the end of the day, you are going to pollute that new wine. That new wine is going to taste bad. It's going to be messed up. Okay, so that's the problem. That's the problem. We have to look at all these old traditional ways that we've been perceiving things, doing things, looking at things, analyzing things, blah, blah. We have to look at all these things and begin to trash them out one by one. Unlearn. Trash them out, because a lot of them are unnecessary. A lot of them are problematic. In today's time, they are problematic. How do you blame somebody for something that the person did not do? Or did not even have control? The person has no clue, no control, no nothing. But you just put the blame on the person. That is impunity. That is impunity. People are, sometimes you see people say, where, how did we get here? These are the problems. These are the problems. When you look at our traditional way of doing things, in Africa, you discover that there's so much of impunity in virtually every aspect of our tradition. So when you begin to see that impunity at the national level, stop asking yourself, how did we get here? It's impunity that brought us to where we are. We've had it. Mr. Igodo is in his elements. We've had it. It is the impunity. And all these things, that's why we keep saying, we need to reform, especially the way we as a society in Africa, the way we look at women. We need to change that orientation, that narrative. Otherwise, we are not going to go anywhere. Because as we are moving forward, as we are attempting to move forward, but we are still living the life of the old life. You want to move forward, but you're living the old life. What's going to happen? The old life is going to still drag you back.
Okay, sir.
But instead of moving forward, all our attention, everything, we are dogmatic.
We still want to hold back.
We want to hold back to that old tradition.
Okay.
Okay? New wine and old wine cannot be mixed together.
Hey, Mr.
The old wine will
Igodo.
pollute the new
The
wine.
new wine. So before you judge people, we need to unlearn. We need to push forward. We need to have some discussions. And babe, again, it starts apart, broaden, that is you. You like to broaden topics,
Yeah.
But again, we need to start, it starts from me and you. It starts from you and I. All right? Individually, we need to change our perspective on the way we handle issues and treat people. All right?
Right.
Stop judging people before.
Treat women.
Treat women, yes,
I am
sir.
telling you.
Yes, sir.
If you go to other parts of the world where they have respect for women, where women are seen
Yes.
as human beings, okay? Women are treated as individuals, as a person. Okay? If you go to all those societies, all over the world, though, you will see that those societies are progressing.
They are. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you go to other societies, where women are nobody,
Hey.
like nothing good is expected of women. If you go to those places, you will see. So that is a thing. We need to change. We need to change. We need to sit down and restructure the whole system and begin to treat women right. Because once you begin to have that empathy, I don't mean sympathy, I mean empathy. When you know that a woman is the same blood, if they remove blood, if you need blood as a man, they can get it from a woman.
Yes.
So long as it is the same blood group. Right?
Yes.
Blood can be gotten from a woman and transfused to a man. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Everything about a man and woman is the same. It's just little difference for procreation. That is all. The brain a man has is the brain woman has. Every other thing is the same.
The man is the head for administrative purpose.
It's administrative.
According to you.
It's administrative. And hey, look, it's understanding. So what is the problem? I don't talk too much. Sorry.
Mr. Igodo in the building. Thank you, babe. Thanks for your wisdom as always. The Lord honor you, sir.
Amen.